yarn tubers. Today is March 25th. It's a Wednesday. This is Charm Chatter number 38. I wrote it down so I know. Today is Gary's birthday. Happy birthday, Gary. So Gary is from Urban Yarns. If you don't know Gary, I'll put a link to his channel. Pop over, wish him a happy birthday, because you know everybody's kind of stuck in and you really can't go out and celebrate for your birthday. So how cool would that be for everybody to just pop over and wish him a happy birthday, even if you watch this tomorrow or, you know, sometime in the future. It's always good to get a happy birthday. So how's everybody doing? We're hanging in. I have to confess, I want to go yarn shopping. Okay, I said it. There you go. I said it. I want to go to the store. I want to go yarn shopping. I want to touch them and feel them, and I miss them. But other than that, I'm good. I wasn't too bad until I was catching up on Mad Mimi. Nope. Not. Lied. Rose It Out. Rosalie was yarn shopping, and I'm a few days behind on one of her videos, and I watched it, and she did a yarn haul. Joann's. She bought some really pretty stuff. I'm like, oh, and they were having a big clearance sale, and I'm like, oh no, I missed it. I don't know if you're allowed to go into a yarn store right now. At least in Ohio, I don't think. Some of the malls have physically closed, like for everything, maybe except for if there's a grocery store in there. I don't know if, I don't know. I haven't left my house. Well, I did. I take that back. I did go out today in the yard. Roy and I were cleaning up in the yard. He mostly, I did for a little teeny. And then I came back in because it was time to cook dinner. Oh, darn. We didn't go out until it warmed up and got real sunny this afternoon. So I don't know. I think we went out maybe 1:30, and I was probably out there an hour and a half, and he was out there for 4 or 5 hours. I don't know, 4 hours probably. He likes being out there and doing that kind of stuff. I'm more of an inside kind of girl, but it was nice, and it was nice to get out into the sun. So, you know, you're allowed to do that. And we were social distancing, because nobody comes to our house. So none of the neighbors like came popping over or anything. They were social distancing as well. So anyway, that's where we're at with that. I hope everybody isn't going too stir crazy. I've been crocheting. I wanted to do this video yesterday, and I got involved in some shows on TV. And I was crocheting, and I'll show you that in a minute. I did want to say that Mad Mimi, Laura, has ducks, little baby duckies. If you haven't been over there, she's got some real cute ones. And so I wanted to let you know about those if you haven't seen it. Let me show you what I've made. I have several finished objects. So I made that neon blanket I showed a while ago, and Avery claimed it, and so I made her this little lovey to go with it. I made it small because it's got little short legs on the llama, but I found the llama and the colors were like so cute to match. So I made just a little short lovey to go with the blankie. And I was going to take it over there on Monday because we were still allowed to venture, you know, out. It was still social distancing, but not mandatory to be not going anywhere. And it was Avery's birthday, but they weren't up to company, so we did not go. So it's still here, and I could show it to you. Then I finished, the baby blanket. Can you see? It's just one row of double crochet, one row of single crochet, and then I just did a lattice, you know, little netting border on it. This was the blanket I had started for donation for the thing with the high school kids. So I finished that, and I made this out of this yarn, and this yarn came from, I have a bag of stuff here. not a ton of stuff, but this was a mystery bag from, I don't remember who, so I thought I would show you. This was part of a 1 pound of yarn, and if you recognize who this might be from, then you'll know. I'm gonna say either is Mary Maxim in Canada, because this has a Canadian address here in the corner. So it's either Mary Maxim or it might have been Yarn Inspirations. Mystery bag. It was 1 pound, 4 of these. And I'm going to tell you, it's a really a soft yarn. I wish I knew what it was, because it's a very nice soft yarn. I'm going to say it's probably a worsted weight, but it's a light worsted. It drapes really nice, like it just hangs really nice. So maybe it's a 3, but I think it's more like a 4. Probably a 4, because I would not have ordered, if it was a mystery bag, and it was from wherever it came from, I would not have ordered a 3-weight mystery bag, so it must be a worsted weight yarn. So there's that. And so my cousin, my little baby cousin, who is my first cousin's granddaughter, so I don't know how that relates. I'm first cousins with her grandfather. We visited them before the lockdown, and anyway, the 4-year-old Lizzie, well, her name is Elizabeth, but I call her Lizzie. She wanted a poncho, and Grandma was telling me all about it. She wants a poncho, and she wants a poncho with balls. So out of my leftover yarn, I made her a little poncho with balls, because she's just little. And this is a bag o' day pattern. I added, it did not come with, did not call for the balls or this, and this doesn't really do anything. It's just on there to hold the balls, because she wanted pom-poms. And she didn't know that they were called pom-poms, so they were just little balls. And I was going to put the furry ones, because I have furry ones left over from all those scarves, but they're way big, and she's just little. She's 4, but she's tiny. And so this is the exact pattern that Evelyn is wearing, and the exact amount of rows that Evelyn is wearing. And Evelyn is like 3 or 4 years old. Crystal from Bag o' Day's daughter. So I figured it would fit Lizzie. So Lizzie gets that. And then I still have this left over, which I thought I would really use this. So this is probably like a quarter of the 2 balls. A little more than 2 balls went into the blanket. And then I made the poncho. And I think I went just a little bit into this one. So pretty much it's just 1 ball. I don't know how much that is. So then I was working on my curtains, and I did a yarn swap with Trisha, Mama Swift, and she has yarns for me for my curtains. So those will be coming soon. So I had to put the curtains up, not up on the wall. Just I had to put them in a basket and integrate the new colors when they come. I'm so excited. I finished all of my active whips that I was working on, started and finished 2 more, because I was working on the blanket, not the poncho, not the lovey, but that was it had to get done. And I was working, I have, when I'm working, which I'm not working now, but I keep a little small project that I take to work with me to work on, and that was, it was making my son, and I showed you that the last video. So I didn't have any little tiny, I have the top that I'm making that Trisha is also sending me the last of my yarn for, because I needed 1 more skein, and she had it, which is what started the whole yarn swap idea anyway. And so that's put aside, and I did get the yarn for the citrus squeeze knit crate that I want to make a top out of, but I didn't start that because one of my other yarny friends, Constance, showed me the Lucia Shawl. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I started it. And I did not put a stitch marker in here, so I don't want to lose it, or a clippy or anything. So this is the start of it. Hi, Lace. Yeah, relax. I'm making a video. I cannot get you something to drink right this minute. You have to wait. So this is the start of it. I think I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, there's a video tutorial and there's a written pattern, and I'm following the written pattern, thinking to see, because I really am not much of a pattern reader, so I'm like reviewing the written pattern and then watching the video step by step. And I got to, I think, this row right here. Everything was going great. I was following it fine. Then I got to, I think, nope. I got to this row. The first one. So, mind you, I'm loving this pattern. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be at all negative. I look at the yarn. Can you just imagine when it's all done? Oh, so awesome for summer. See, this is beautiful, right? I can't wait. And it's huge. This will, the first video that I saw that was just somebody had made it. It's not the one, not the tutorial video. Someone had made it, and that's the video that Constance sent me. She said that she's 5'8", and she held it out like this, and it was bigger than her arm span, which would be, you know, approximately the size of your body. So like, it's bigger than 6 foot. And it is just, I think, stunning. So she used a different yarn, but still a light yarn like this one. This is the Stitch Studio cotton, what do they call it? Cotton Colors. So this was a yarn that I got last summer from AC Moore. So you can't get this anymore. And I only had one cake of this color. And I think she made hers with one cake, so that's why I chose this particular color. I want to see how far the one cake goes. I've never worked with anything this thin. I'm using a 4mm or G clover hook. I've worked on this probably 6 hours, maybe not. I don't know. It takes longer when you're following the tutorial because you got to watch and then do and then whatever. But it is a 10-row repeat, and then you repeat that 4 times. So you get to like this area, I think, and then it starts the repeat. And then so I'm on the 2nd row of repeats, but where I had a hang up, I had a hiccup somewhere down in here where you do these like shells, and then you do the stitch behind. And when I'm doing the stitch behind, I get to this shell, and I have 6 of these shells on each side, and it says when you get to the corner, which to me would be here, but she is doing it in this stitch and making a new corner. I watched that video 15 times. I'm like, no. But at some point she clipped the video, and you can see that she, and like even repeated herself. So she edited it somewhere there, and I think there's a flaw in the video, but the pattern is written the same way, because I'm like, nope, this definitely says when you get to here. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe just when you're looking at it just like this, maybe I'm looking at something wrong. Okay, so I did 3 more rows, and my stitch up the middle here is like off to the one side, and I'm like, yeah, that was wrong. Whatever went on there wasn't right. So I pulled it back, and I did my own thing and made the middle be in the middle. So now I'm going through, and I'm to that same point again. And I don't know how this is going to work out. I know I'm going to keep my middle in the middle. And so she goes over, you know, the first set of repeats with the video, teaches you how, you know, showing you how to do it. Then she says, repeat this 4 more times. Well, now my stitch count's going to be way different. Because on some of these, the stitch count went like you had 100 stitches up to here, and then you did this thing, and now, you know, now your stitches went back to 54 or something. So I don't have a stitch count guide, and might be in there further down, but I'm done with that. But I know what is supposed to happen at the corner, and this is going to work out perfect for that thing, I think. So I think there was just a video, an editing. Maybe she wrote it incorrectly and then tried to make the edit and the video work to what she wrote. I don't know. But if you make sure that your corner, your point is in the point, I think it'll be fine. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm very excited. So that's that. And that's where I am. I am keeping busy. Tomorrow we'll be outside some more because it's going to be nice. So get out there and get some sunshine in on you. Keep the videos coming because, you know, for us yarn addicts, we like seeing what everybody else is doing. And I think a lot of, you know, flooding YouTube with yarny videos is just going to help keep us yarn addicts, you know, keep us happy, keep our minds occupied, see what everybody else is up to, and stay in touch with your yarny friends. So that's what I'm trying to do. I will post another video in another day or two. Obviously, I'm not going to have a lot to show because I don't have anything else done. And I don't think I'll have this done in the next day or two. Unless I don't sleep at all. Which maybe could be the case because I really am loving it. And it just makes me already want to make more of her patterns because I love the detail. And I love how it's just so delicate. That's a good word. I love how it's delicate. Even with the bright color, I think it has a delicate look to it. And you know, it's going to have a bunch of bright colors. So if you're wearing like a white tank and white shorts, you will just pop like crazy with this on. Particularly with my white hair, all you need is a suntan. I could spray. I don't suntan too much. I could see my daughter-in-law, Mary, tans like no other. She would look fabulous in this in the summertime. She might even want to steal it from me, and she's not a really yarny kind of girl. But pretty is pretty, right? Okay, that's what I got for you. I hope that you enjoyed my video. Thanks for all of my subscribers for subscribing, watching, liking, sharing. If you're new, thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around. It's like almost 20 minutes in, and if you're still here, that's wonderful. If you're new or old, have a great yarny day. I'll see you in another day or two. Bye.